Good morning, class. As we are studying chapter 5 of science, that is soil. In soil, we have already discussed soil, soil profile, soil erosion, and today we are going to discuss soil conservation. Before starting soil conservation, let's have a quick revision what we have studied in soil erosion. Okay, now in soil erosion, we have studied yesterday that the topsoil moves from its place. Let's have a definition of soil erosion. The process of wearing off or carrying away of the topsoil by the action of wind or water is called soil erosion. What does it mean? It means when the topsoil moves from its place, this process is called soil erosion. And why it moves from its place? Due to the strong wind or running water. So basically the reasons of soil erosion are three: running water, strong winds and human activities. Running water, the water of flood or heavy rainfall. Strong winds, which blows in deserts or semi-deserts regions, and it takes the topsoil as well as the fertilizers or manures added with it. So the roots of the you can say the roots of the plants become uncovered and the plants die over there. Now the human activities. What are the activities done by the human which leads to soil erosion? Basically the deforestation, plugging of hill slopes and overgrazing by the cattle. This we have discussed yesterday. So today we are going to discuss another topic, and that is soil conservation. Soil conservation. What is soil conservation? Let's read it. The process of soil formation takes millions of years and we should protect from being eroded away. As you have studied in the topic soil, that soil is formed when the big rocks are broken into smaller pieces and those smaller pieces became the powder due to the sunlight, air and water, due to the effect of sunlight, air and water. And this whole process, the formation of soil, the process of formation of soil takes millions of years. So the process of soil formation takes millions of years and we should protect the soil from being eroded. We should protect the soil erosion. The protection of soil against soil erosion is called soil conservation. It means when we do not allow the soil to be eroded, when we do not let the soil, or we don't let the soil erosion, we do not allow soil erosion, or we protect the soil from soil erosion, you can say this process is called soil conservation. We can conserve the soil by following ways. Now we are going to study the different ways or different methods through which we can conserve the soil. So first way is plants and trees hold the soil together, thereby preventing it from getting eroded due to wind or water. Afforestation or planting trees is an effective method of reducing soil erosion. What does it mean? When we plant or grow trees on the ground, what will happen? The roots of these plants and trees hold the soil together. It means वो पकड़े रहते हैं soil को. Okay, and in this way we can prevent the soil erosion or we can conserve the soil. Conservation means protection of soil. We can protect the soil from erosion. Okay, and the first method through which we can protect the soil from erosion is afforestation. What is afforestation? Afforestation means planting or growing large number of trees on the ground. When we plant large number of trees on the ground, the soil is protected from the soil erosion. Why it is protected? Because the roots of the plants and trees hold the soil together. Understood? Now second, after harvesting, harvesting means cutting the crops. So after harvesting and before sowing the next crop, farms lie bare. It means the time period when you cut the crops and the next crop you are going to sow. Between that time period, the farms lie bare. It bare means खाली. जब आप एक क्रॉप को कट कर लेते हो और दूसरी क्रॉप के लिए बीज अभी डालने से पहले का जो टाइम पीरियड होता है, उस टाइम पीरियड में फार्म्स जो हैं वो खाली पड़े रहते हैं. ओके, एट दिस टाइम विंड और वाटर सीवियरली इरोड द सॉइल. So when the land become bare or the land left bare, what will happen? The strong wind or running water started eroding the soil or started soil erosion. To prevent this, farmer grow cover crops like fodder or grass. So to prevent from soil erosion, what farmers do? Farmers grow cover crops. What are cover crops? Crops like fodder or grass. Grass, you all know. Fodder basically is the type of you can say which we give to the animals to eat. Fodder is a small type of grass, or you can say agriculture product which we give animals to feed. So it is called fodder. Okay, so to prevent this, farmer grow cover crops like fodder or grass. The roots of the cover crops hold the soil together, thus preventing soil erosion. So these cover crops, the roots of these cover crops also hold the soil and prevent from soil erosion. So in this way also we can prevent soil erosion and conserve the soil. Now third is trees and bushes. Trees and bushes are grown along the boundary of farmlands. If we grow trees and bushes, bushes you all know, झाड़ियाँ. So if we grow trees and bushes around the boundary of farmlands, खेतों के चारों तरफ अगर हम trees and bushes को grow करते हैं, what will happen? They act as a shield. They act as a shield means they act as a protection shield against strong wind and protect the soil from being eroded. They do not allow strong wind to take the soil outside the farmland. They act as a protection. They stop the soil in the farmland only. So that's why it is called, they act as a shield against the strong wind and protect the soil from being eroded. So stop the soil erosion and conserve the soil. Now, next point. In hilly regions, slopes are cut into steps or terraces to reduce the soil erosion. How we stop soil erosions in hilly regions? We cut down the slopes into stairs or steps like this. You can see the stairs over there. So it is called terrace farming. On the each stairs they do they grow crops or they do farming over there. So in hilly regions, slopes are cut into steps or terraces to reduce soil erosion. This is called terrace farming. This whole process is called, when we cut the slopes in a form of stairs and grow crops over there, this is called terrace farming. Steps reduce the speed of flowing water. As the speed of water slows down, the amount of soil being carried away also reduces. So what these steps do? When the running water due to the heavy rainfall, when the soil start floating with the water, these soil get stopped in each step and they are not allowed to move away from this region. So in this way we can stop the soil and we can stop the soil erosion also and conserve the soil. So steps reduce the speed of flowing water. These steps reduce the speed of flowing water because they have to go down, then to next step, then to next step. So speed of the flowing water reduce. As the speed of the water slows down, the amount of soil being carried away also reduces. Means the amount of soil they have taken from the plain regions or the top of the region, when they came to the stairs or steps, they become slow down. So amount of soil get stopped on each stairs. The soil eroded from one step deposits on the next step. If it is taken from one step, it is deposit on the next step. So we can say by terrace farming also we can conserve the soil, or we can do soil conservation and stop the soil erosion. Now fourth point, that is during the building embankment. The fourth point is building embankment. During the monsoon season, many rivers flood the nearby fields, and building embankments along the rivers prevent the soil erosion. What happened during the monsoon seasons? The river overflows and flood the fields which are nearby to the river region. Then, to prevent the flood, what we do? We make embankments. Embankments, you can say, a small kind of wall along the river banks. We make embankments along the river banks. And what these embankments do? This holds the water between the banks and prevents the soil erosion. They do not allow river water to come inside the field or inside the farm. In this way, they protect soil erosion, or they do soil conservation. So, there are basically 4 to 5 steps through which we can do soil conservation. First is afforestation. By planting more number of trees, we can protect the soil. We can protect or we can conserve the soil. Then, do not let the land bare. Means by growing cover crops, we can do the soil conservation. By growing trees and bushes around the farms. Third point. Now fourth point, by doing terrace farming, we can conserve the soil, and by building embankments. These are the basically 5 points through which we can conserve the soil. I hope the topic is clear to you all, and if any confusion or any problem rests, you are free to ask me. Thank you, class.